My sister-in-law, 18F, is on spring break and staying with me, 26M, and my wife, 29F. We share an apartment with my brother-in-law, but my wife, brother-in-law, and I split rent equally. It's not owned by brother-in-law. Before my father-in-law left for work, my wife asked if her sister could stay, and I suggested a compromise. Half the week, then we take her home. She agreed. When the time came, my wife told her, and she just laughed it off. Later, when I wasn't around, she convinced her to let her stay. Her excuse? Brother-in-law said she could stay the whole week. But my brother-in-law isn't here. We are the ones dealing with it. She takes up space, invites herself on our date nights, and I can't even fully relax in my own home. This isn't new. 2 months before college, she basically moved in without me knowing until days before. I was extremely accommodating, included her in everything, even planned her birthday. When she finally moved to her dorm, my wife and I agreed we wouldn't pick her up for the first week to get some alone time. She called crying with her mom, and they convinced my wife to pick her up. My wife excused it by saying, she's just homesick. But my issue is, she'll never actually fit into the college life if she keeps running back here. When I was in college, I stayed in my dorm, hung out with friends, and partied. She's not even trying to adjust. Later, I had a direct conversation with my sister-in-law, making it clear my issue wasn't her visiting, just that I needed alone time. She promised I could always tell her when I didn't want her over. But weeks later, when I told her no for a weekend, my wife backed me up and told her no. She then got my father-in-law to pick her up instead. When she arrived, she said hello to everyone except me and ignored me until I said hello first. Then she stood right next to me and started speaking in Spanish about something directly related to me. Now, with this situation, my wife admitted that she didn't want to push back because my brother-in-law can be difficult sometimes. She said that if we sent her sister home, then her brother would make a big deal about how he can have whoever he wants in his room since he pays rent. And if we tried to enforce limits, then he would retaliate by saying he'll only pay rent for the time he's actually here. I told my wife, I won't be around them the rest of the week because I'm too irritated. I don't want to be rude, but I feel disrespected and frustrated. AITA for wanting my sister-in-law to leave after the agreed-upon time and stepping back since my wife won't set boundaries? Please let me know what I should do as I am going out of my mind.